I used to spend so much time trying to watch YouTube videos, podcasts, interviews, reading so many books and articles, trying to gain new knowledge, new insights to improve myself. Now, I've been experimenting with this AI tool by Google to help improve my learning process by up to 90% faster. And the best part, this AI tool is 100% free and it won't hallucinate. And that tool is NotebookLM. In order to use NotebookLM, all you have to do is go to Google and search NotebookLM. And it's one of these two links. You can click either one. You will have to sign up through your Gmail account. Once you're logged in, you'll be redirected to this page, which allows you to create a new note. When you create a new note, you get to upload any references and materials that you want to learn more about. So for example, you can upload any ebooks, PDFs, YouTube links, websites, articles, and you can even get stuff from your Google Drive. So like things that are in your Google Docs and Google Slides. So what I like to do is find YouTube videos or podcasts and interviews that I really want to listen to, but might not have as much time in the day, but I still want to learn something. So I'll paste it all in here. So for example, here, and I'll paste all the link here. I want to take a real life example of how I would actually use this. So one topic that I really liked and have been trying to learn more about is storytelling. So here's an example where I've inserted a lot of materials, mostly from YouTube, but there's an article here as well. And if at any point you actually want to remove those references, you can actually click here and click remove them. All right. And if you want to add more, you can also do the same. Just click on add resources here, and you can upload or link any materials that you want, just like you did before. One of the things that makes NotebookLM very special is that you can directly chat regarding these reference materials that we've pasted in directly to an AI chatbot. So here, for example, since I wanted to learn about how to do storytelling, I can ask, what are the steps for a good story? Then the AI will take a bit of time to be able to reference all the materials and then reply to us. And the best part here is, if you actually see, there are numbers here, and these numbers represent references to the specific material that they took the answer from. So for example, 1, we can see here that it took from this video, The Clues to a Great Story by Andrew Stanton by TED. So we can see that is here. And you can see that almost all the answers that they've given, they are in fact referencing all the materials. So we know that it's not hallucinating. So now you know that all the answers that this AI has given us is not something that they've hallucinated, but are actually based on real materials that we've given it. We can actually ask the AI to expand on any of the points or summaries that it has given. So for example, here, I'm going to ask it, can you give examples for number 6? And so here they've given us concrete examples, again, based on the materials that we've given. And if we like it, we can copy and paste this somewhere else, or we can even turn all of this into a study guide. So over here, for example, we can turn this as a study guide and it will generate some notes for us. It does take a bit of time, so maybe like around 1 to 2 minutes. And here it's done. Here it has turned all the materials into a quiz-like format where we can have questions. And down here is all the answers to the questions that it's given us. And there's glossary terms and things like that. It's great if you're trying to learn and trying to go in depth about a specific article, but you might not have as much time in a day. So another cool feature of NotebookLM is this audio overview here. So if we click generate, what this does is it will create a podcast between 2 different AIs that will talk about the subject in depth. Instead of just typing in and reading what it has to say, you can actually listen to it. So you might be driving or you might go on a run and you can still listen to an overview about all the materials in the niche that you're trying to learn about. Out of all the features, the audio overview does take the longest, but I find that the quality of this podcast is great and it doesn't feel too AI-ish. While we're waiting for that, we can also explore some of the other features that NotebookLM has, like this timeline feature, essentially similar to how the study guide does. It will create a timeline based on the references that we've given it. And we can even create a briefing doc and FAQ. So here, the timeline is finished. So we can see the timeline of the events that are covered inside the reference materials that are given. So these might be useful if what you're trying to learn is more historical based. The AI will generate a brief timeline overview about all the things that are in the materials that you've listed in the sources. And here we can see the FAQ, for example. So this could be questions that you might have specifically, and you can learn and you can see the questions and answers that they've given. Or if you don't like it, you can always ask more inside this chat UI here. And now our audio overview has finished, and let's take a listen.
Ever notice how some stories just totally grab you? Like from the very first word, you're hooked.
Totally. It's like they have this magnetic pull that keeps you on the edge
So
of
do
your
you
seat,
see how
right?
powerful
Yeah,
that
that
is?
power,
In just
that
1
ability
minute,
to
we were able to
captivate
take
and connect.
all these materials that would have taken us hours to complete, and this AI has been able to condense it in one, not just a chat UI manner, but also in a podcast style. Here, you can take it a step further by using the interactive mode. So if you click here, the interactive mode, what this allows you is to be able to chat directly with the AI podcast just now. So we can click this play button to be able to hear back that podcast that they were playing just now. And we can actually click join to ask them any questions or interact and have their discussion with them. So for example, if I click here, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about the Pixar's 22 storytelling ideas?
Absolutely. Pixar's storytelling rules are fantastic.
Yeah, they're like gold for anyone wanting to tell better stories.
We were actually planning on diving into those a bit later.
But we could definitely give you a sneak peek.
Dickie Bush and Nicholas Cole over at Ship 30 for 30 wrote a great piece about them.
They highlight how even a company as imaginative as Pixar has a framework.
And you can even save this audio once you're done. So here, I'm going to save it. And just like that, you have your own personal AI tutor that can teach you any subject that you want, as long as you have all the materials that you want them to teach. So imagine, for example, you have a whole large textbooks that you want to go through, but you just don't have the time. This AI can help you condense that information into something that's more palatable, that you can listen in and you can interact with. This has been a huge game changer for me and has definitely changed the way that I've been trying to learn lately. Now, this is one of the many AI tools and lessons that I've teach inside my newsletter, where we go over into how you can use and leverage AI today in your daily life and in your business. So if you want to join, click in the description down below.